everybody, and welcome to Bios3 Raw TV. Today we got a little story time, and this story has nothing to do with bodybuilding. Just one of my other harebrained, stupid things that have happened to me in my life that is going to sound like some story that's made up, but it's 100% real and it happened. So, about 2002, 2001, me and my girlfriend moved into an apartment. It has two bedrooms, kitchen, living room, etc., etc. And we move in, we get everything settled. We had 3 dogs at the time, and what we didn't notice was in the kitchen there was a it's like a thing that it's like a cap you put on where the fireplace or the stove would actually connect to. So it's like a chimney that has like this round thing that clicks on. It looks like a plastic plate or something. So we didn't really notice that, you know, it had been kind of moved a little bit. It looked like it kind of fell down a little bit. Didn't really think much of it. So, I don't know, a couple months goes by. It wasn't a big deal. It starts to get colder out. So I come home one day from work. And I go to change to go to the gym. And I go in the spare room. Actually, there's 3 bedrooms. So I go in the spare bedroom, which is in the front, where we had like our bureaus and stuff in there. And I walk in, and there's a fucking squirrel sitting on the dresser. So I look at him, he looks at me, and he gets all like, does his whole fucking squirrel thing. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Now, it's a little squirrel, but he's looking at me, I'm looking at him, and neither one of us really know what to do. And I'm like, fuck, this thing could have rabies. If I get bit, I'm fucked. And we got 3 dogs in the other room. If one or all of them get bit, they're fucked. We gotta go have them vaccinated and all this shit. This is a big, giant headache. So I close the door. Now I'm debating on what to do. I gotta figure out how to get the squirrel. I'll call a trapper, someone who comes and gets pests out of the house. So my girlfriend comes home, we discuss it, said, all right, let's hire this guy. So we call, now this is back in the no internet, get the phone book, call the guy who comes to pick up the, pests. So the guy tells me straight out, he says, look, it's cost $100 just for me to come out and put the trap out. When I take him, it costs you another $150 for me to dispose of him. I gotta, you know what, that's like $250. He says, why don't you just trap him yourself, throw him out in the backyard and save you a whole bunch of money? So I'm like, yeah, but what if me or the dogs get bit? What about rabies? How do I know that the squirrel doesn't have rabies? And he said, squirrels don't carry rabies. Okay, now I didn't know that. I'm not a fucking squirrel expert. How do I know, right? So now I'm like, okay, how do I just not get bit or scratched up, or how do I not get into a fight with this little fucker? It's a wild animal. I don't know how to trap this thing. How do I trap this thing? So I get a milk crate out of the backyard. It was like sitting in the backyard. And I tape it to the front of a broom. So I have a broom with a milk crate that the open side is facing out. So my idea is to go in there, lunge at him, get him hooked in the crate, pick up the crate, and toss it outside. Now, not figuring I got to walk through the house with the milk crate attached to the broom. Okay, duct tape, broom. I open the door, and he's sitting on the first bureau, the tall one, like right in front of me where the window is. And there's another bureau on the right-hand side. So I just kind of look at him. He's doing his little squirrel shit. I'm like, all right. So I kind of creep up, and he's looking at me. He's not stupid. I'm standing right in front of him. And I lunge at him with the broom. As I lunge at him, he bounces to the other fucking thing. I bang into the window, break the window, pull the thing back, and he's sitting on the other fucking thing looking at me. So I'm sitting there going, I just broke that window. This motherfucker, he's probably pissed or freaked out now. And he's not attacking me, but he's still in the room, and he's fast. So I can't get him. He's too quick. Back out of the room. Close the door again. So I'm like, fuck. Now I'm trying to figure out, how can I speed up my attack, get faster, because I'm all big and clumsy and shit, and he's fast, he can move quick. And if I piss him off, he's going to jump at me, attack me. I don't know what squirrels think. I've only seen them eat acorns and sit around and climb trees. I don't know, what they do when they're pissed off. So we decided that if we take we actually had a playpen, or these gates that we had for the dogs, that we put the dogs in. So they weren't crated, they were in a big playpen. It was probably about 4 feet by 4 feet, and they would hang it on there during the day so they wouldn't get into shit in the house. So I said, okay, let's take that thing, and it opens up. So it's going to be 4, 4, 4. It's going to be 16 feet long. What we'll do is close all the doors, put that on one side, open the door, and then open the back door, and the squirrel will just eventually come out and go down that back door and go outside. Brilliant idea, right? Okay, so we open the door, we get the gate set up, and we sit there and we just wait. We're sitting like the back of the kitchen watching and just waiting and waiting and waiting. And sure enough, here he comes. Coming up, doing his little squirrel shit, right? And he walks, and he steps up in the kitchen, looks at the dogs, looks at us, kind of like all looking around. Like he's not sure if he wants to go out, if he's going to get attacked. Then he runs out the door. As he gets out the door, the cat from upstairs fucking attacked him, rolled into the basement. That was the last we ever saw of the squirrel. So the purpose of the story is to let you know, if a squirrel gets in your house, he doesn't have rabies. Apparently they're not dangerous. And even if you go after him with a fucking broom and a milk crate attached to it that would really freak him out, they're still not going to attack you. So I guess they're pretty docile creatures that don't want to mess around. And they're just basically into like surviving and eating acorns and shit like that. Because this thing, I mean, I lunged right at him hard, broke the window, which I wound up having to repair the window. Or paying to repair for the window. And, you know, he just kind of bounced off to the thing and sat there and just looked at me. So I'm like, so don't be scared of squirrels. That's the take home. Biohistorytraining@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight. www.biohistorytraining.com is the blog, and where the no rabies squirrel bicep, and we're out.